Yeah. Well, welcome to episode 65 of Long Lost Pal. It's our Alakazam episode. I didn't even know there was three levels to this Pokemon, but it's got to be the last one.
Yeah, I
So
was gonna say I forgot about that one.
yeah, it sounds very cool. I don't know what he looks like, but let me pull this up real quick. I'm Joey,
Karrin.
and this is a show where we do a weekly bottom five. And in that weekly bottom five, we go over five things from the previous week that pissed us off. It could be personal, it could be political, it could be sports, it could be pop culture, whatever the case may be. It could be a memory that we remembered from 30 years ago. I almost did one of those this week. Whatever the case may be, um, we share a grand total of 10 minutes for a segment and we alternate. I got to get the timer ready. But Corinne, would you like to go first, or what would you like to do?
I can go first. I would like to make a disclaimer, as I usually do during football season, that I am watching the game three of the NBA playoffs right now. So if you
Yeah,
see me,
finals.
if you are watching, you might see me a little bit distracted.
So
But
much of a
yeah,
basketball fan, you call it the playoffs and not the finals. Very.
exactly. You see what I know, but real quick, number five, I'm gonna go with the shoe cleaners at the mall. Look, I respect the hustle. I had homeboy come up to me. I had my Air Max on, and he was like, "Oh, let me clean these for you. Do you support black-owned business?" I said, "Sir, don't fucking pull that shit on me. You're not gonna rope me in with this bullshit." I said, "I'm gonna let you clean my shit, but just know you're not gaming me into this shit right now." And
He did
as
though.
he did, and well, and I'm like, I'm like, I respect the hustle, which is why I gave him my time. But I'm like, bro, you're not selling me shit. I just want you. I said, bro, from the age, he's giving me all these. Yeah, you know, I'm trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, sir. Save it. Save this shit for the white people over there that are currently getting scammed by your coworker because they're wearing flip flops and they're buying shit to clean sneakers. Be fucking for real. Look, I just want them to be a little bit less pushy. Let me just go on my business and be like, hey, I'm good. And let me fucking keep it pushing. I let him sell me some shit. I said, you're not, I'm gonna let you know you're not selling me shit. I'm letting you
He
give me.
sold you shit. That's exactly what it
He
is.
didn't sell me something, but he didn't sell it to me. I was like, all right, I'm gonna cut you some slack,
He
but
did. Like
leave me the fuck alone. All right.
make,
Goddamn. I'm
making
trying to
you
be
feel.
nice. All right. Shit.
That's just a
Yeah.
type of sales. I like how you said he didn't do this, like he didn't do that. He literally did everything you said he didn't do. Yeah, they're
He
up there.
didn't hustle me. He didn't hustle me. That's what
He
I'm getting
literally
at.
did. He's up there with like bathroom attendants and like people who try to sell cell phone service in the mall. Pretty much any mall kiosk person, the little robot animals and shit.
Yes. Keep it fucking pushing. Please leave me the fuck alone.
My number five is like this is gonna be really boomery of me and like very old manny. I'm so tired of these goddamn partnerships that like big corporations like the NBA are having with like streamers and content creators. Like they're like advertising this shit. I get probably trying to get younger viewers and shit, but guess what? If it's basketball, people are gonna watch that shit regardless. If they like basketball, they like basketball. I don't need to know that Agent Zero, some random ass streamer, is going to be asking questions at media day for the NBA Finals. I do not give a shit. Like two All-Star games ago, they had this weird interjection where Mr. Beast is like hosting a halftime show. He was super awkward. All these guys, like, it's just one collaboration after another with dudes I don't give a shit about. Like, I get it. Kids like these guys. I do not care about any of them and take them away from my NBA. Back in my day, the NBA was about basketball. Like, just because you're a streamer or YouTuber doesn't mean you know shit about the NBA. So I don't really want to hear your commentary personally.
Yeah. That and something that you mentioned, like with Mr. Beast being super awkward. These are just regular fucking people, guys. They have no media training. They have no idea what they're talking about or how to work a crowd. Like these are just regular fucking people. And I think the problem is that they're creating celebrities that aren't. These people aren't talented. I mean, they're gamers. They can be great gamers, but
They
stay in that realm of gaming.
they
Why are
showed
you at the Oscars? What the fuck?
they showed this fool walking through the tunnel, and I was like, dog, I do not care about him showing up at MSG. I do not care.
Let me get into my number four. A story broke this week where Chris Rock opened his fucking mouth to say that Rihanna Unc-Zoned him, and that kind of made him feel bad. Sir, in what fucking world would Rihanna be looking at your toothbrush body built ass as anything other than that and what the fuck you are. You thought that Rihanna was seriously gonna look at you and consider you as a possible date? Get the I'm gonna call Will. Don't fucking make me call Will, Chris Rock. He got two fucking hands. I'm sure he'll slap the shit out of your ass again. What the fuck was he smoking to have the nerve to be upset that Rihanna rejected him? What planet are you living on, dude?
Was he trying to
Did you
take
see
her from
that?
ASAP Rocky or something? I did not see anything. Like, it was just like a
Oh my
long time
goodness.
ago.
I have no I saw the tweet like four times and I just had to keep scrolling to not gaslight myself.
I hope that was part of like a stand-up special or some shit. Um, Maybe he's like in a down-to-earth situation, thinks he body switched with somebody or some shit, seeing something different in the mirror. I'm going with number four for me, learning too much about athletes for teams you play for. Like, look, I get these people are people, but it sucks when you support a team and you're like, God damn it, you too. So I saw a graphic the other day. Actually like 2 months ago. I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want it to be true. But supposedly it said, and I don't know how they gathered this data. Supposedly it said the 49ers have the most registered Republicans in the league. And when I
That
think
sounds
about it,
about
I'm like,
right.
Brock Purdy's kind of giving Republican vibes. Obviously, they got the MAGA brother,
Bosa's.
the super MAGA bro himself, Nick Bosa. George Kittle wouldn't surprise me. I really hope not, but he wouldn't surprise me. Pretty much, they got a whole bunch of white guys. They got a whole
Right.
bunch of white guys. And that was the first one. The second one was today. I was like randomly like a Reed Shepard post, the guard for the Rockets that's really young. He's from Kentucky. One of these posts showed up. It's like him and Steven Adams, like out on some gun rage or some shit, looking like they're training for the goddamn militia. I don't know these dudes who they're with. I clicked on the post. It's like this guy talking about 250 years of freedom, all this shit. They're holding up a goddamn flag. I'm like, I don't know what this flag means, but I don't like it. It just feels racist. I'm like, I know you can't escape your Kentucky roots, Reed Shepard. And Steven Adams, you're from fucking New Zealand, so I don't know what you're doing here, but everything about this seemed like they were part of a white power crew from one of these movies I watched. I watched The Order recently. I was like, is this what this is?
Mhm.
Didn't like it. That's my number four.
All right. I'm gonna get to my number three. We briefly talked about this before we started recording. I watched game two last week and I was like, I gotta comment on the officiating. I have no dog in this fight. I'm kind of just rooting for the Spurs just because they're a Texas team, but I've been rooting for the Knicks occasionally too. I'm just rooting for a good game at the end of the day. The officiating game two, they wanted the Spurs to win. The Spurs literally just kept shitting the bed. But I'm like, we were talking about Wemby. Wemby is Ron Artest fouling guys out there, and there's no fucking calls. I'm like, look, and I watch NFL. I know how bad refs can get. This is bad fucking officiating. It's terrible. I gotta complain about it. And I am so objective in this. I promise I don't give a fuck who wins these games. The refs are cooked, bro.
They gave him such a pass too, because like in the previous round he had a flagrant foul and like it was like a flagrant two, so they had to eject him. But they didn't fine him. They didn't suspend. Not saying they should have suspended him, but they didn't do anything. They just gave him a warning. I'm like, I know
Yeah.
this is like the future face of the league, like the potential GOAT of all time,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
for real. But like, all right, dude. Like I just saw footage. I told you I haven't had a chance to check out this game yet, but I saw him shove Jalen Brunson to the ground, and people just think because
I,
he's French that's like okay for him to be dirty. That fool is
yeah.
dirty as hell. Number three, I'm going with the Bethlehem, Pennsylvania mayor commenting on a police officer, Sean, on Love Island, joining the show and quitting his job as a police officer. The direct quote was, I believe, I never thought I'd see the day in America where reality show participation wins out over being a police officer. Yeah, why would you want to
Boo.
compete for $100,000 and make out and dry hump hot girls all day when you could be a goddamn police officer in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania? Yeah, why would you want to go out here do these fun competitions in Fiji when you could be given traffic tickets for fucking, I don't even think they make that much money as a police officer. When these places are like, oh, we spent all our taxpayer dollars training him and all this shit. Give me a fucking break. Yeah, you want to be a police officer instead of potentially having a moment of fame where you don't have to work a real job ever again. People milk this, milk. People milk this for like 30 years. Like you might not ever have to work again, but instead
Yep.
he could be a police officer. Why the hell would he want to do that? It's just so stupid and warped, and they're treating it like it's this like prestigious position. You spent money training him. He only trained for like 2 weeks. That's how police officers do. It takes longer. Colin Kaepernick said himself, it takes longer to become like a
A
cosmetologist than it
barber.
does a police. Yeah. So FOH.
I saw that there was a little bit of beef about his occupation, but I didn't hear the whole story. You know what? I'm glad you brought up Love Island because let's get into my number fucking two of my bottom five. Kenzie. Every time this girl is on fucking screen, I have secondhand embarrassment. She's throwing the pussy at every guy she talks to and comes out of the conversation like, yeah, I think he's just so into me. We have such a great conversation. Girly, you were talking about where you were from and concerts. Fuck are you talking about? These guys aren't that into you. And then have the nerve to be like, yeah, I just have so many options. Are the options in the room with us? Who the fuck are your options? Bitch, you got Sean. That's it. You're not stealing Bia's, man. You're not stealing Kata's, man. You're not stealing any of these other girls, man. Be fucking for real. You got the other guy who's single. Everybody else is locked in. I don't know why they're trying to feign like she just has all these options. But we all know that thirsty ass girl who just be throwing it at everybody, and you just kind of be like, all right, yeah, that's what all of the dudes' reactions that are is giving. Like, I'm sorry, sister, please pack it up.
Yeah, I saw so I literally I watched the intro, then I fell asleep to the first episode, and then I just randomly joined in episode 3 yesterday, so I'm like all over the place. But like I saw her like yeah, having these mediocre conversations with the Brazilian dude and with Sean, and she just like started kissing Sean and shit. I'm like, I mean, I guess. And she's like talking about the Brazilian dude said he made her kitty pearl. I was like, all he did was ask you to speak Italian. Like, what are we talking about here? So yeah. Thirsty
She's
for
so fucking
show.
lame.
Number
Yeah.
two, I'm going with Donald Trump going to the NBA Finals. So the best part about New York being in NBA Finals is they have probably the best. The New York Knicks probably have the greatest fan base of all time. Like it's been a party in New York every time they've won a single playoff game, like the past 5 to 10 years. Like it's just been nuts. Now they're in the finals for the first time since 1999. They have a chance to win their first title since like the 70s, and it's just been a great time. They said the crime rate's down, everybody's together, everybody's having a good old time. But here comes this old dusty bitch. There has not been a sitting president ever attend an NBA Finals game, but Mr. I don't know if I can attend my own son's wedding because of Iran, but I can go to the NBA Finals. Bitch, like, what are we even talking about? Nobody wants you there. First of all, he wants an up close seat, even though he's in a suite, to see men sweating all over the place. But like the fact that he is going to this out of all the shit, now they're having to block off like a 5 block radius. They're canceling all these watch parties. So pretty much ruining it for the whole city because his dumbass just wants to be there. And you know he's a mediocre ass basketball fan. All he likes is sports where men wrestle half naked. And like, dog, I feel you, I guess, but like at the same time, be for real. Be for real.
I'm
Ben
glad that you
Stiller's got
mentioned
to be
that.
pissed.
I'm glad that you mentioned that because my number one this week is Trump being at MSG for fucking game three. What the fuck are we doing? Didn't go to his son's wedding, but I'm guessing it's because it wouldn't have inconvenienced enough people. And that's the only reason he came to this fucking game is because everybody has to shift their fucking game plan to accommodate his stupid ass so he can fall asleep halfway through the second quarter and then probably leave at fucking halftime. Yeah, no, absolutely agree with you. And that's the thing that I commented on. I was like, wait, he didn't go to his son's wedding, but he's at the fucking game, which hasn't been to a game all season. I'd like to remind everybody
In
of that.
years, probably. In years,
Hasn't
probably.
been to a game in 20, whatever. Yeah, you
Does
get
he
it.
not
Just
scream bandwagon fan to you?
of course, he's not a fucking Knicks fan. He doesn't give a fuck about sports. He doesn't give a fuck about fighting. He doesn't give a fuck about anything but fucking over people and sexually harassing every man in his vicinity.
I'm going with transitioning from that to my number one, which is much more serious than that. I talked about summer last week, and now I'm going to my least favorite aspect of summer out here, which has been my least favorite GN word, gnats. Do you have gnats where you currently are, Karim?
Yeah. Yeah, they're here.
I hate the shit out of some gnats. Like I'd never realized that these were such a problem. Mosquitoes, those are the ops, as the youth say. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to harm me. These gnats, I don't understand what their purpose are. They just in your face all the time, just swarming you. I'm watching them literally 8 of them at a time in my little daughter's eyeballs every second we're outside. I'm trying to tolerate the heat be a good dad, go play out there. I'm miserable, and I got these goddamn bugs in my face the whole time. Our neighborhood had a block party the other day, and I didn't really want to go because I'm antisocial when it comes to shit like that. But the Gnats just maybe pack it up quicker than I'd even wanted to before. I just can't take this shit. Literally the worst thing ever invented. The most useless animals in the animal kingdom. Gnats, you are my number one. Ruining my
I,
summer even more.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that you were gonna say the worst part of like summer and the heat was being bald. I can't respect
My
you
what?
was being bald. I thought you were gonna be like, man, I hate being bald in this heat.
Let me tell you, these jokes just, oh, my favorite thing that's happened recently, time out real quick, is because like I told you all them trash ass jokes are gonna come about my kid balding, so me being bald. And I guess my wife said her mom said some joke the other day, and Des shamed her into like saying, like making her think bald jokes were bad. And I was like, that's my girl right there. Like she pretty much was like, if he was fat, would you just go up to him and call him fat? Or if he maybe was chubby, would you be like just like your mama or something? She's like, what would you say? And she's like, oh, that's a very good point. So for all you shitty people out here that think it's okay to make bald jokes, don't let me get going on your dental work, Karrin, with the cadaver tooth. And don't let me get going on your physical appearance because I won't do it, but I'd want to. This wraps up episode 65 of Long Lost Pals. Hey, we appreciate y'all, but not really because y'all not doing shit for us. But like, comment, subscribe. Enjoy the NBA Finals. Hope that French fuck doesn't win them. Hope Donald Trump. I don't want the Knicks to lose any games because I just want them to win, but I don't want him to somehow take credit for them winning, which he'd probably do if they won. But have they showed us footage a lot? Have they showed him out there a lot yet?
They showed him on that Jumbotron one time and he got massively booed. Since then, they think they've shown him on TV like once, but they know not to show him on the Jumbotron because he's just going to get booed. And I will say, if the Knicks lose, it's going to be 100% because of Trump. Like they're 100% going to blame it on him being there. And I kind of support that because he's been to a couple of Steelers games. Couldn't tell you why because I know he's not a fucking Steelers fan. And we fucking lost the one or two that he did go to.
It's like the Ted Cruz curse. But anyway, I'm Joey. She's Karim.
Karrin.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to speak for you,
Oh,
especially not during Pride Month. I'm sorry. I'm Joey. Let's do this again. I'm Joey.
oh, Karrin.
Stay fly. We're out.